Is YouTube TV going to screw up March Madness and the Masters? Please, God, no.
A 500-pound Detroit woman is suing Lyft because she couldn't fit in the driver's car. Do the Lions need a new left guard?
We finally caught Jack the Ripper. It only took us 130 years to get it done.
YouTube TV is screwing with all of us. If raising their monthly rate from $73 to $83 wasn't bad enough, now subscribers almost lost dozens of channels after negotiations with Paramount had initially fallen through quicker than Fat Bastard through a hammock. Now, losing the channels is rough, but two of those channels specifically are CBS and CBS Sports Network. And we're getting pretty close to March Madness if you haven't checked your calendar lately. Now, as a YouTube TV subscriber personally, as God is my witness, if I couldn't have watched my team play in the tournament from my chair in the living room because you guys have Helen Keller running things, I would have burned the whole thing down. I'm talking Heath Ledger Joker version of absolutely losing my mind. And I'm not the only one. Ken Capral on X said, they're offering $8 a month back. Still, I will be ditching if this goes through. They already lost regional sports in the MLB network, and this would be the final straw. And I thought Caleb Finley absolutely nailed it. I love that I'm paying over $100 now when I started at $45, and I'm probably losing a channel that I got with rabbit ears back in the 90s. Old school cable was better and cheaper than this. Now, this morning, I will say, they announced on social media a temporary extension with Paramount, and supposedly it won't affect March Madness or the Masters. But you know, cord cutting used to be the cool thing. You pay much cheaper rates for the things you really want. No sides, just the steak. But cord cutting has now come full circle, and it's almost as bad as cable. Because what type of business model gives you less for more? The only company that has gotten away with that is Charmin Ultra, but at least their less is more leaves me nice and clean, while what YouTube TV is doing is dirty as hell. You guys used to be the cool guys who finally gave us what we always wanted. But now you're selling out, and if things keep up, you're going to be turning into Steven Glansberg quicker than you can bat an eye. Especially if March Madness was only going to be mad because I couldn't watch my team play. So I don't know if you got the negotiations done by bringing in Kevin Spacey and Samuel L. Jackson, but please stop scaring us like this. But how long until the temporary solution goes back to the negotiating table and we lose something else? Maybe during football season. Like you want to talk about revolution? You thought the French Revolution was bad? Go ahead and mess up a Saturday. Take some channels away from people wanting to watch their football team, and it'll turn into the purge real quick.
I've told y'all the potato chip bag theory is a real thing. The bag of potato chips stays the same size, and you get fewer potato chips in the bag. And it differs from shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is like during economic downturn, during times of inflation. The potato chip bag theory is all the time. Companies are always going to try and charge you more money while giving you less. I do remember how liberating of a feeling it was when I called Comcast. I still remember where I was sitting to say, I'm canceling my service. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to try this streaming thing. And since then, I've had all of them. I've had Hulu. I've had Sling. I now have YouTube TV. And I've been pleased with the service and the channels that you get. I just wonder now, are the streaming services oblivious to the demise of cable companies because they're doing the same thing now? Or are they being put in impossible situations with networks like Paramount where they're getting charged so much that they are unable to have a sustainable business model?
I don't know, but if you take $4 out of my life, there's going to be a lot of problems. I knew this was coming when they started putting commercials in Red Zone. This is when I knew the downfall of society.
Which, by the way, speaking of Red Zone, do you see Scott Hansen may not be coming back to Red Zone? They're negotiating.
You take Scott Hansen away, you can't even call it that thing anymore.
No.
You're a different thing.
I do want to circle back, Coney, to your point about how the streaming services are now becoming just like the cable companies, because we see this with the cable companies. We see this with DirecTV. We see this with AT&T. We see this with Verizon, where negotiations happen and they fall through, and then you're limiting the channels. Have we entered a point now, because the rates have gotten raised and they're having negotiating problems, that really YouTube TV is just cable? It did start at $45.
Yeah.
And I know you get different packages and things like that. Some people get like the NFL pass or Sunday ticket or whatever. But like, we're to the point now where it feels like they're not only making the same mistakes that the cable companies made, but they're just in the same vacuum. It's like, it's just, at what point am I going to look up 10 years from now and now I have DirecTV again?
And I also wonder if it's just the networks like Paramount who are raising their prices and that's causing this, then how does that affect the other streaming services? Like, it'd be different if this were across the board, like YouTube TV, Hulu, and Sling, and all. I don't
but
know
it's
what
not.
all. But it sounds like it's not, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. This is the one entity that's doing it. But can you just imagine having, because look, going out to, I know you can go to a sports bar and watch and stuff like that, but like, I got a newborn daughter. I'm not taking her to Twin Peaks to have to go watch the game.
Well,
I want to sit my ass in my chair in my living room with what I pay for and watch Auburn lose in the second round.
Well, you said this isn't happening anywhere else. You're actually wrong. I have some instances where this is a pandemic.
Oh, please,
you
dive
ready?
in.
Subway's $5 footlong is now $10 and you only get 6 inches.
That's
Not that there's anything wrong with
At least
6
they
inches.
spit in the food in front of you.
It's very
they still
respectable.
spit the food in front of you.
The gym membership, the local gym membership has doubled, but they took away the bench press. You don't get that anymore.
Toxic masculinity.
They're charging more money for Auburn football tickets, but you get fewer wins. It's going around everywhere.
See now you've pissed me off.
Yeah.
YouTube TV, all I'm asking is this, just don't go down this road. You can stop it, right? You got the temporary thing, just don't go down this road, please.
Is
Don't do
YouTube
this to us.
TV so much better that they can do this?
They got so much backlash, it's amazing. After one night of bad pub, now all of a sudden they figured it out.
And not only that, not only did they put out the statement saying we've come to a short-term solution with Paramount, but everyone was blowing that thread up saying, well, what does that mean? Does that mean March Madness and the Masters? That they had to put out the other one that clarified, yes, you can watch March Madness.
Did Trump see this on social and maybe call up YouTube TV and say, hey,
Tariffs?
if y'all, either we're tariffing y'all or we're going to start Truth TV.
I think Elon saw it.
Maybe we need Doge to get in this thing, get in and figure it out. But let us know in the comments, how worried are you about YouTube TV turning into the empire that we thought them and the rest of the rebellion had taken out? Well, YouTube TV may be getting their subscriptions canceled, but let me tell you about a company whose subscription should not get canceled. And if you don't have one, you need to do it right now. And that's with Black Rifle Coffee. Coffee's a big part of American life and really life around the globe. A lot of people pride themselves on the coffee they drink, and Black Rifle Coffee has a variety of light roast, dark roast, everything in between. It's a fantastic product. You can take a coffee quiz on their website that will match you with the blend that is perfect for you. So when you wake up and you want that nice, perfect cup of coffee, the one that hits just right, make it a Black Rifle Coffee, because don't forget, a portion of every purchase goes to help support our first responders and veterans. So not only do you have fantastic coffee, you are helping to support the people that support us. So head to blackriflecoffee.com right now. Use code DailyWire, all one word, for 20% off America's coffee. That's blackriflecoffee.com. Use code DailyWire. Do the right thing. Drink the right thing. That's Black Rifle Coffee.
A 489-pound woman with a name I can't pronounce, who claims to be a Detroit rapper with the stage alias Dank DeMoss, is suing the ride-hailing service Lyft after a driver canceled her trip saying she couldn't fit in his car.
You telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
Dank's attorney claims the incident violated Michigan's anti-discrimination laws, which include weight as a protected characteristic. Now, I realize there are some practical questions, such as why wasn't her boyfriend driving her? Or how would she fit in a witness box? Honestly, I'm shocked the Lions haven't signed her to block for Jared Goff, but those are matters for a later date. I'm more interested in the interview she conducted with radio host Charlemagne this week, where producers had to bring over a couch to accommodate her size. Now, I'm no attorney, but if you need a full-size sectional brought in because you're unable to sit in a chair, you've probably undermined your own case by proving you can't physically fit in some places. And this isn't some one-off random story. In fact, this issue, believe it or not, is bigger than Dank. There has been for some time a growing trend, so to speak, where people known as body positivity influencers attempt to shame and sue others for having the audacity to live in reality. Take morbidly obese influencer Jaylyn Chaney, who started a petition to demand the FAA protect what she calls, quote unquote, plus size customers by providing an extra free airplane seat if needed. 19,000 people signed that petition, by the way. I wonder if I can get in on this. I'm 6'7". Airplanes are no fun for me either, but I don't run around demanding Delta remove the seat in front of me. Be nice, though. Now, this is not fat shaming. I played quarterback. The fat guys are my best friends. They block the other fat guys from hitting me. And most large people are great. Life of the party, like Chris Farley. Or they're trying to improve their physique, like our buddy Dave Dana. I'd walk over broken glass to help that guy achieve his goals. But there is a faction of blubbery tyrants attempting to force the rest of the world into granting asinine concessions for their life choices. These calorie-laden individuals are not the victims of bullying, but rather are the bullies themselves. And it's past time we band together as Americans to call out the elephant in the room. Because this is an epidemic, and that's a fact we can no longer sugarcoat, because they'd eat that too.
Dude, you had some really good one-liners in there.
Is that too much?
No, it's not.
Never
It's
too
perfect.
much.
Listen, and I'll let Blaine speak to this more. We call it positivity bullying. It's where you bully somebody into doing something good that helps them. Like your best friend growing up.
Yeah.
Tell them about that.
Absolutely. My best friend, I won't say his name on here, but he was a fat ass for sure. But he was smart and he had potential. And you can't approach that with hate. You have to approach that with love disguised as the form of hate.
Yes.
And that's what I did. I bullied him into being great. Now he's lost all the weight and he's a lawyer and he's doing phenomenal, actually working on a case for me right now.
When I mentioned Chris Farley, like Chris Farley's the life of the party.
Hilarious.
I mean, granted, he died way too soon, which probably his weight contributed.
That was
But he's not going around running around demanding that you have to like move your car seat out of the way so he can fit in
This
the
would have
Uber
been
or
a
something.
shtick where he was making fun of himself. If
Yes.
he did something like this. You know, I do have to make an admission. I was obese
No,
growing up.
no.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was. It was tough. All right. But I was the funny guy. That was a way for me to kind of mask my pain.
I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you.
Eventually, through positivity bullying
Fat
of my
as hell.
friends, I was able to get past it. And now, every time I look in the mirror, I still see Fat Jake.
Do you?
And I just remember all those things that they would call me. Fat ass, you know, double butt, you know, I mean, slobby McSlob, you know, fatty.
DJ Calories.
Yeah, TJ,
Does that still motivate you, like when you look in the mirror now?
for sure. I always see a fat person.
Because you look great.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
So-
that. I always see a fat person. It's like Ryan Reynolds in Just Friends. I want to impose what I call the elevator rule. You can't get on an elevator if there's too many people and it hits a weight limit. There's weight limit on elevators. I hear nobody complaining about that. So if we're able to have a weight limit on elevators, because if enough people get on and then your fat ass gets on, it's going to turn into the Tower of Terror. And we're just going to fall from the top floor to the bottom and everybody dies. If I was part of the legal team that was going against her, I would do nothing but delay, because if she can't be 5 feet tall. And if she's 500 pounds, if you're in the 5'5" club, she's not going to live for another year and a half. She's going to eat herself to death. She's going to Marlon Brando it.
I just made love to this chicken.
Because this chick's one mini Snickers from exploding.
Well, yeah, that's Snickers.
I've never
Snickers
eaten a
wrapper.
mini Snickers.
I think Lyft is fine though, because I have it on good authority that if the butt don't fit, you must acquit. So
That-
I
yeah,
do
well,
think they're fine.
just-
But I was thinking about what you were saying when I was writing this, because I got made fun of for being too skinny,
No one's gonna like you if you're too fat.
like rail thin growing up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, how am I going to approach this here? Like, am I the right person to be calling this out? But then I thought, like, these people are going around on airplanes demanding that you can't sit in your seat or that they should get a second seat for free. This has to stop.
I'm already nervous to fly. Not a fan of it. Maybe it's a control thing. I'll ask Jordan Peterson about it. But we have weight limits on airplanes for luggage, right? Like you hit a certain weight amount and then you can't take off, right? You've got to start taking luggage off or sending it through a different route or whatever. Why do we not have a passenger weight limit? Because what if all of them banded together to get on one flight and just, if you're one of the few people that aren't 500 pounds, you're going down with them.
I mean, if your luggage is 1 pound over, you have to pay a fee.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
She can take up 2 seats?
Look, you want to make America healthy again? Stop letting people that are at a certain height and a certain weight, you can't get on airplanes. Just like you can't fit in the lift.
Can you run this video of
Yeah.
when she was on Charlemagne's show?
To meet you.
Hi.
Look, what are you wearing? What? You should go to jail for
Nice
that.
to meet you, Keys.
I'm starting to understand what they do in the Middle East a little more.
This the only seat y'all got?
What you want? What you need?
There's one more.
A bigger chair or something.
A bigger chair.
Dude, she's getting tired. She's out of breath from talking.
They brought her the whole living.
The whole couch.
Good. This is the accommodation.
This is what I'm talking about. Accommodation. What would her rapper name be? You know what?
Stank, fat.
Piggy Smalls.
Low cholesterol.
The Menu.
Snack Ross.
And listen.
M&M's.
Young Cheesy. It's not 2 change. It's 2 lunches.
2 lunches.
Doja Fat. Jimmy Buffett.
Okay,
Jimmy
you're on a generational run right now.
Jimmy Buffet.
Jimmy Buffett. Listen.
Obese Wayne.
Lizzo.
There's no way she makes
Lizzo?
another 5 years.
Cardi B. BQ.
Cardi A1C. Cardi A1C.
Well, speaking about health, it's not too late to start the year off right. Invest in your health and support American farms. With every purchase, right now, get free ground beef, chicken breast, or wild-caught salmon in every order for a year with our friends at Good Ranchers. Oh, and you'll get another $25 off of that when you use code BOOSTER, BOOSTER. We have eaten Good Ranchers now for 3 years. I mean, last night, my wife made quesadillas with some of the beef that we've gotten from Good Ranchers. I mean, Cone, your wife and you have, I mean, the grill.
They feed my family.
Yeah, literally.
They feed my family.
It's one of those things, too, where you get done eating it and you can tell it's quality because you don't feel terrible. And not only that, when you eat Good Ranchers, you support American farms, which means you support American families. So like I said, go to goodranchers.com. Use that code BOOSTER, BOOSTER. Get those free deals, the ground beef, the salmon, the chicken, all of it, plus $25 off when you use that code BOOSTER. Get this incredible offer. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered.
We finally did it, y'all. We finally solved a 130-year-old mystery. Jack the Ripper has been identified as Aaron Kaminsky. A Polish Jew worked as a barber. For years, many believed Jack the Ripper was a butcher or a surgeon, but now the truth is out. Since someone took the time to crack this century-old case, decided to focus on the obvious things we still haven't figured out yet. Let's start with this. Do the wheels on the bus actually go round and round, guys? Or have nursery rhymes been brainwashing us the entire time? Wake up, people. It's time to wake up. Why is the McDonald's ice cream machine always broken? I'm pretty sure I'm starting to believe they do this shit on purpose. Maybe I'm just wrong. Who killed Tupac? It's time to know. We can identify a 19th century serial killer, but a 1996 drive-by in Las Vegas we still can't figure out. It's still a head scratcher. Somebody knows. And look, I don't know who built the pyramids. Was it aliens? Was it humans? You know it wasn't the Mexicans. I wouldn't have taken that long to build. We don't even know what's in the ocean. 6%? Don't know who built the pyramids, but we're figuring out 130-year-old cases?
Dude, like, my thing is, I'll give you one that's more recent. Like, apparently the Epstein files are about to get released. Like, how have we not known, how that went down or who he was or whatever? Like, they started describing who Aaron Kaminsky was, and I would, like, how back then were you not like, yeah, that's definitely him. He lived in Whitechapel, right? A lot of people lived in Whitechapel. He was sent to a lunatic asylum. Yeah. That's what they called it back then, because he had a violent hatred of women, especially prostitutes. Right? So it starts narrowing, and he had actually been caught before and brought in front of the cops, arrested, because back then, if you didn't have a muzzle on your dog in public, you had got summoned to the police. They brought him in there. He gave him a false name. His brother gave him a false name. Then they finally got his real name. But when you go back and read the memoirs, there was a guy named Anderson who was one of the top cops back in the day. He literally was saying, this is the guy. We know who the guy is. This is the guy. But they didn't want to come out and say it for some reason. And they found it through a DNA test because Aaron Kaminsky's great-great-grandniece gave them DNA, and they compared it to the scarf or some piece of clothing that was found on one of the dead bodies. But
it was their barber. That's what it was. Who else were they going to get to cut their? What's going on with barbers in London? By the way,
I don't know.
Hold on, Sweeney Todd. That's a fictional character, right?
Correct.
Clearly, you were suspicious enough that you named this fictional character barber, the demon barber.
Was that based off Jet? Was that
how could it not be?
Come on, you said follow the bouncing balls. I'm following. The thing's bouncing.
We can figure out who committed a crime 136 years ago. But yet, we still don't know, apparently they're releasing the JFK files. We don't know who killed one of the presidents. The assassin for Trump. Don't know. Just go back to a house with no cutlery in it. He's got 9 different phones with nothing on it. Like, does it lose its bite now that we know who it is?
I mean, you can't call him Aaron Kaminsky. Jack the Ripper. I mean, it sucks what he did, but that's a fire-ass name.
The golden age of America is finally here. And I'm not just talking about in Washington. I'm talking about Jeremy's razors. So, we got the return of a damn good shave as well. What a 2-for-1 with 5 blades of superior engineering built for men who still believe in merit, manliness, and the American dream. Just like you. No gimmicks, just sharp steel blades that give you an exceptionally close shave. You can try it yourself and see why over 250,000 men have made the switch. Shave boldly, live freely. Head over to jeremy'srazors.com right now to check them out. I use it. That's why this face is so super smooth. They also have a ton of great other products as well, but the Precision 5 razor and the Precision 5 razor box, it is the absolute must-have this year in 2025. So step your shaving game up. Go to jeremy'srazors.com and order now.
I don't know if y'all guys saw this, but a father and his son went on a little kayaking trip in the ocean, and they had a run-in with a whale.
Oh, I'm on the kayak.
Dad, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me. Oh, God!
He ate the whole boat?
Gone.
But he's back.
Spit him out, Cone. The whale ate him and spit him out. Look at that thing. Why are you in the water? Go again. Play it again.
Play it again. Play it again.
Cone, watch him. You know, get eaten by a shark.
Oh, dude, that's my worst fear.
Dude, that gives me the heebie-jeebies, bro.
The craziest part about it is you don't even know they're coming.
That's the silence.
They're one of the biggest animals on the planet, and you can't even hear them.
Bro, he swallowed him whole, Cone.
A real-life Jonah.
A real-life Jonah. But here's why I don't go past knee-deep in the water, and I don't walk too far in the woods. It's hard for me to feel bad for you.
No, it's natural selection to me.
Like when you're out there doing that and those things are out there. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to be in big ships or flying over it.
Look at this. Oh!
Bro, my pants.
Oh, no. Worst fear.
Like, that's a new fear unlocked.
Shark would be worse, right?
Shark would be way worse.
Well, yeah. I mean,
shark would be way worse.
Getting eaten, like ripped apart would suck. Next one up, I don't
know
if
a glass
y'all
of water.
have seen this, but a new movie is coming out with Ben Affleck, The Accountant 2.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
Is this real?
This is real. The first account was absolutely phenomenal. We have the trailer. Let's go ahead and play it.
What's the difference between dressy casual
I'm already gassed
and
up.
business casual?
Both mean leave your cargo shorts and flip-flops at home.
I don't own cargo shorts. I don't own flip-flops. Anything else?
Don't wear your black suit. It makes you look like a mortician.
Yeah, I'm already so in.
I'm in the need of a good movie. It's been a while.
I'm already at the theater. Yeah, Strap. Yeah. He's autistic, right?
Yep. And if you're watching this video in the comments, tell me what you think about this trailer.
Oh, he's in it? Well, not anymore.
Why'd you ask if he was having money problems?
I'm just trying to find the account. Is this a murder mystery?
You're an escaped convict, trained by mob accountants. Your clients are drug cartels, money launderers.
Dude, everybody.
Is that a yes?
Ray King has been murdered. Do you like puzzles, Mr. Wolf?
Oh, it's a murder mystery.
I need your help to finish the job he started. What are you doing?
Waiting for you to finish.
So you can.
Do what I need to do.
April? It's coming out in April?
Right on.
What do you want?
Hello, it's me, your brother.
You can't tell from the tone of my voice that I know it's you.
Can you be in Los Angeles, California in 24 hours?
Goodbye.
Braxton?
All those things inside of me.
Was your brother up to speed on the case?
A Fed, huh?
Need to know who Ray King was meeting with.
Let me do the talking.
Oh, they're gonna team up.
He's hitting more than I thought.
I work for a government agency. I don't torture people.
You didn't.
Why would Ray meet with someone who killed all these people?
No, she didn't kill all those people.
How do you know that?
It's a chick killer. Not a fan.
You often confess to capital murder.
I actually didn't say anything.
You have a Waylon Jennings shirt on?
Yeah, he did.
Little lunchbox.
It's quite comfortable.
I spent years looking for you. Do you not miss me because of me, or is it your condition?
I'm just me.
You go over the plan again?
Plan?
You get these ideas in your head. Good for you. Let's get ourselves killed.
Are you ready?
Is this the whole movie?
Yeah, this is a long.
Longer the trailer, the better.
I mean, yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I,
Only thing I don't-
think that looks.
Right.
I can go
That
ahead.
looked awesome. That was
See,
way too long, though.
I do.
I don't mind long trailers at all. I really don't.
You don't? Look. I'm gonna go see
You've
it.
got issues then.
I'm gonna go watch it.
I think you do, Dave.
I just watched it.
You watched the movie?
I saw the movie already.
Yeah, I can't wait for
it's
the
awesome.
Accountant. I can't wait for the Accountant 3. No, I actually think The Accountant is one of Ben Affleck's best movies.
Yeah.
I think The Accountant, Good Will Hunting. Hell, I love The Boiler Room. I think The
that's
Boiler
a
Room
really
is,
good
is a
movie.
fantastic movie. But I'm definitely going to go see that. What do we think about women killers in movies? Believable?
It's
not- not like that.
It's how you play, how the women killer gets played.
Well, it's
Like I watched the Batman movie with Anne Hathaway.
yeah.
It's
Catwoman?
like Catwoman. I feel like if you play it from that angle, I can understand it. But women physically dominating and stuff, no.
Or like Kathy Bates in Misery or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, like, or I'm poisoning your stuff.
You play the seduction route. I
like, yeah, you're poisoning.
Or like Queen Latifah and Equalizer show. Like that works for me, right?
yeah.
That re-
yeah.
I'm telling you
Realistic,
right now, with
Realistic.
Queen Latifah.
That really works
She
for
killed
me.
4
with
guys
the
with a
scarf.
scarf.
Remember the scarf?
Come
on, man, you're not buying that?
The worst mark on Denzel Washington's career is what Queen Latifah did in The Equalizer.
That's not his fault.
What did she break the handcuffs when she got shot at?
Yeah, it ricocheted and it hit the handcuffs.
Is that the worst casting of all time? It's up there.
People
It's
watch
the worst idea.
People watch that.
We're glad you watched The Locker Room. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. We'll see y'all next week.